average blows, competitive spirits. Yeah, 13.
Happy day and what it do?
Yes, sir.
It's your boy K here. Listen, being average at anything is never great. Being above average at everything kind of makes you awesome.
Yes, sir. And I go by 3% Kai, and the 3 represents the percentage of the world that's identical twins. And of course, I'm touching, tasting, hearing, smelling, and occasionally seeing blurry things. But what I got to complain about, as you guys know, we are identical twins. Or if you don't know, if you're just listening for the first time, we are identical twins. We like to say we got fraternal thoughts.
Yes.
But some people think identical twins, they see, or not see, but they
think
feel
alike.
the same thing,
Yeah,
think
they
alike.
got that twin telepathy thing going on.
Right. So how we like to start is I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to say whatever's on my mind.
I'm
You
gonna
gonna
say what's on my mind.
and then we're going to see if they're going to get what they want, and it's us saying the same thing.
Right.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3.
Hot
Alligator
flavor
vagina.
Cheetos.
All right. We definitely are not having identical thoughts, but we definitely are identical twins, not below the hairline.
I was
all right?
waiting for that. Just want to say, Kai said he's seeing, smelling, breathing. I'm barely smelling. As you can see, if you're watching, if you're viewing from YouTube or a visual site, I got a piece of towel in my paper towel in my nose and one of my nostrils, and
that's a hood remedy right there.
Yeah, apparently my nose was on Usain Bolt today, so
She's just running out the gym. All right, so today we actually going to be talking about transportation. Now, some people gave some feedback, and they don't, sometimes when they're just listening and they don't read the show notes, they kind of have a hard time, not necessarily a hard time, but
they don't know what it's about.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, for now on, I'm gonna try to just say exactly what it is, and then so y'all know. So today we're gonna be talking about transportation, all right? And let me just define what transportation is. It's the movement of goods and persons from place to place, and the various means by which such movement is accomplished.
Or action of transporting someone or something, or process of being transported.
Yes, sir. And it's actually there's also a historical definition for it as well, which is the act. Oh, you just said that actually, but no, but the one I seen, it says the action or practice of transporting convicts to a penal colony. I don't know how I feel about that. Did you see that?
No. So where was you looking? That wasn't in the Webster.
No, wasn't the way. I don't know where I was. Maybe 1-800-slaveabook.com. I don't know where I was.
Yo.
But anyway, so this is how we're gonna get into it today. The most recent stat, this is from 2020. For the average American, they spent an average of $263.50 on public transportation, which is actually the lowest it's been in 13 years.
That stat was in 2018?
No, that's 2020.
2020.
That is 2020.
Oh, cause I seen a stat, didn't see where it was dated. Maybe that was the year before. It was like $119 on public transportation on average. It could have been, you said, because in your stat it said it's doubled from the previous year, right?
No, this is the lowest it's been in 13.
This is the lowest it's been.
Right, in 13
well, hold on.
years.
Mine was just the U.S.
I'm not sure if it was other things. Can you cite that source or no? If you don't got it, that's fine. Because I mean, I don't have my source here, but that's what I seen.
It wasn't that. See, that it wasn't an interesting stat to me to write down.
Okay.
So, no, I didn't. I can't cite the source.
Look at that. I say something, Kate instantly refuted. I mean, 130. Dang, made me look like a.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. It was just interesting. But mine again was specific to the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, I started by saying American, so
Gotcha,
mine is the U.S. too. And it actually, for me, I don't know what year yours was. And if it was 2021, then that makes sense.
Could have been 2021.
Then that makes sense. I only seen 2020.
Right?
Yeah, that's why I say that's probably contributed so much to people not taking public transportation. When's the last time you took public transportation?
Ooh.
Real quick, when I say public transportation, if everybody don't know exactly what that entails, buses, trains, subways, ferries, water taxis,
Planes. Did you say planes?
Airplanes, yeah, that is public transportation.
Yeah, so the last time I took public transportation was probably my flight to DR in last August.
Okay, you don't take Uber at all?
No. I mean, not that I wouldn't take Uber, but I actually had. I took an Uber when it was like first coming out, probably years ago.
When it was in beta?
I think so.
Oh wow. Okay.
ain't no specific reason for it. I just haven't needed it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Uber doesn't count in like public transportation. That's a private situation going on. So yeah, Uber, or when you're in New York and you see those people that got the horses or they want to ride you on a bike, no turn.
First, let me hop on the horse.
You could have hit that F word. You know what I'm saying, if you wanted to. So there's 5. When we think about transportations, there's 5 transportating things. however that sounds. Anyways,
transportation things. What?
Not
methods of transportation.
Right. Railways, roadways, airways, waterways, and pipelines. Did you know that?
Pipelines.
Yeah. What you want to know?
That'll be the question more. Shraggy.
Pipelines is what they use to transport like liquid gas.
Oh
like,
yeah, okay, that makes sense. You know what? It's funny. When I thought of pipelines, I immediately thought of the show Prison Break.
That's how they escaped. They escaped through the pipelines.
Something like that.
Yeah. So yeah. When you think of transportation, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Car.
A car?
Car.
Why is that?
That's my main method of transportation.
All right. Well, before you had a car, if you could think back, what
Nikes.
Nike?
My Nikes. Yeah.
So you like when you hear the word, you instantly just go like, what's my relationship with it right now? That's first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah. So it's my relationship with it or trip, vacation.
Oh, right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. What do you think of?
Only because you said it right now, I'm thinking of car.
Got you.
I mean, I ain't take a plane trip in a minute, but yeah.
All right. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Transportation. Go.
Train. And I guess the only reason I'm saying that now is because I still had that in the back of my mind. Like, I don't want to say what this dude said. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But yeah, there's like trucking. Yep. When they're shipping things, food delivery, commuting. And I believe like now this is not necessarily has anything to do with transportation, but Airbnb, like the effect that they had on the transporting or transportation as a whole, like the industry of transportation. And I say that because, Airbnb, what was Airbnb? It was, how do you say? Like people sharing
their homes.
Yeah, like home sharing, right?
Yeah.
And ever since then, you started seeing apps like, not necessarily Uber, but like Get Around, Turo, and Six, which is, you can share your car. Ride sharing and stuff.
Yep.
So like, respect to Airbnb for setting a trend.
Airbnb is the OG.
Right. You had looked like that you wanted to say something more.
No. But I will get into a misconception of public transportation.
Okay.
A popular one is that it's expensive, and as you just stated, the stat was $263 to each his own. And that's a month. Is that a month? Or that was a year.
That was a year. Year.
A year. Oh yeah. So I think that debunks that $260 in a
but
year on transportation.
It also just depends because that's the average American. So there's some crazy high and then there's some crazy lows.
Yeah, and we're talking averages here. So
yeah,
but that's a misconception though. It's not necessarily going to be more expensive than driving a car.
Somewhere. Oh, right. It depends what situation you're in and how frequent you're going to need to use it. So I guess he's the one saying, damn, when we were taking a train, get the weekly pass. We should have got the monthly. I don't know why no one put us on game. But
Metro North, do better. Do way better. But also a popular misconception as it pertains to public transportation is that bus or train is never on time. And one could actually argue that you're more on time taking the bus and or train.
Right.
No traffic.
I've never in my lifetime said this train was late. I've never experienced that.
I have one time back in the day when we was living in Stamford, Connecticut, worked in Danbury, Connecticut. For whatever reason, the train has stopped in like South Norwalk, I want to say, and it stopped for like 20 minutes. Wasn't supposed to spot. It was supposed to be a straight through. Oh. I think they changed conductors or something like that.
Okay.
And
boy must have got tired or something. He's like, yo, I'm tired.
Well, I mean, I wasn't late anyway because I was still gonna be like 3 hours early.
That's so we just said we used to live in Stamford. And we used to work in Danbury. So we didn't have no vehicle or anything. So we had to walk to the train station, which was 1.5 miles, which equates to 30 minutes. That's not my walking speed. I think my walking speed is a little bit, 23 minutes for 1.5 miles or 20 minutes. But and then we used to get to the Danbury train station and then walk to work. My walk was 2.9 miles to the Lowe's, which was 59 minutes.
My walk was a little
it's a little shorter
than yours, about like 10, 15 minutes. Right.
And I used to be like, that's in my head, like, yeah, see, look, this makes me the big bro. Because I got to walk further. And this dude just, stop off. Because we used to walk together.
Yeah,
and then
to a certain point.
Yeah. He said his peace out. And I'm in my head, that's what make me get through it. I'm like, man, I got to be the big brother. Suck this up, be the big bro. You know what I mean?
That actually used to be the worst because I used to get off at around 10 o'clock. I think the last train at that time was like 10:30. And I used to have to sprint.
Talking about Hussein Bolt. Talking about your nose doing it.
Channel my inner Flash. That's
Another suck thing about that, I think you can agree, is like because we was working part time,
right?
And when we get those 4-hour shifts, but since we in Stanford, you know what I'm saying, the train, so it's like we have to get there 2 hours early,
right?
And just chill in McDonald's or Burger King.
We were spending more time on the train than working some days, and that was tragic.
The plus side about that is that's when I discovered the Burger King's apple pie. Dutch apple pie.
Oh, yeah. It's slamming.
It is after you have that, if you ever have that, you will never call a McDonald's apple treat, you will never call that an apple pie again. I promise you. Because it is not the same thing. What's up? What you got on your mind?
No.
Oh, okay.
But just to get back on topic here.
Transportation?
But public transportation in specific at this moment.
Okay.
Public transportation actually reduces air pollution and improves road congestion. And, I mean, obviously I think for both, it's kind of self-explanatory, right?
Right.
More people take public transportation, less cars on the road.
Right, carbon
even
monoxide.
We are getting into hybrid cars as technology advances. And the other one was reduces road congestion.
Yep.
Again, self-explanatory, less people on the road.
But the funny thing about that is, like, if everyone stopped driving their cars, well, first off, I mean, like you said, we're getting into like the hybrid cars, electric cars, and stuff like that.
Right.
But if everyone stopped driving their cars and there was more buses or more public transportation, actually, never mind. I'm about to say something I can't back up, so let me backpedal and just put that right in my pocket. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take that on the chin, take that on the chair. I ain't want to get myself in any bind here, you know what I'm saying? But Speaking of the public transportation, and then how I was talking about the ride share apps like the Turo and stuff like that.
Right.
I've seen and heard like the biggest problems with those apps is like how do you quality control the cars that's going on the apps? So like when they'll rent a car and then as soon as they get the car, check engine lights on. It's like, yeah.
So how you put hoopties on here, man? How you put hoopties on here?
But like, hey, man, like I don't know, they gotta come up with a better system to quality check these cars because I think all they really worry about is insurance. Like, make sure you got a certain insurance so you can pay for an accident. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely understand that, but come on, jeez.
I think this is the perfect time to get into another misconception of cars.
Okay.
So a common misconception is that your car says something about you. That's not necessarily the case.
I mean, yes and no. And when I say yes and no, because I'm about to sound like I'm being a hypocrite here.
There you go.
But if your car, there's no reason for your car to be crazy dirty, like the inside of it.
That's okay. That's like car maintenance, or I'm talking about just like the kind of car you have.
Or
somebody like had to purchase a hoopty, but really they just needed to get from point A to point B.
Who is thinking like that?
I mean, I think there was a point in time when I was a child, I probably was thinking like that. Like, oh, this person got this. Look what kind of car he got. Oh yeah, he ain't doing nothing. He ain't doing much.
God bless your heart. God bless your little heart.
I've changed.
Yeah, but I mean, so going back to what I said, like I do think part of me thinks like there's no reason why your car should be dirty. I feel like
the inside of your car?
Yeah, if the inside of your car is dirty, my mind instantly goes to I wonder what your crib look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I said, which I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because someone might say my car is dirty. Well, the driver's side, my seat is dirty. The other parts of my car is clean.
Right.
And it's just because in the wintertime, like I'm stepping in mud and stuff. Man, I'm not cleaning that every day.
Gotcha.
I'm not cleaning it every day.
Copy.
So if you came in my whip and you was like, "Yo, God, what's good with your car, man?" Hey, knock it off.
Alert.
Be alert and get the hell out. You heard?
That's funny though, because I'm exactly the same way for different reasons. You said because the mud and all that.
Yeah.
For me, I don't. As I get older, me in wintertime, we beef much more. In the wintertime, I rarely ever clean out my car. In the summertime, it's probably every weekend I'm going to be cleaning out my car.
I'm not an every weekend guy, but I'm more often. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the OGs, especially our dad.
Right.
I remember being young. It was actually like a good memory. Him, like, he'll bring his speaker outside, blast the music, cleaning his car.
Right.
So, yeah. Shout out to the OGs who clean their car as means to having fun.
And shout out to the people that's a little backwards who keep the inside of their car cleaner than they keep their crib. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it's
no sir.
maybe because you're in your own personal space and like you don't gotta listen to nobody. So it's like, You know, I might have to sleep in here on Tuesday. I don't know, but hey, shout out to y'all doing what it do. You're since I was talking about apps, my fault if I'm jumping around here. But a newer service that they're actually offering now is shipping your luggage, like luggage shipping, so you don't have to worry about it checking in your bag when you go to a plane or anything. It'll just, you know, you check it in with a company or an app, and then they'll ship it to the destination that you're going.
Oh. Does that get more expensive or is it less expensive?
I didn't look at any of the prices because I got my trust issues don't work like that. I'm not shipping nothing before I get there. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's already something that I'd be thinking about when we land and we got to go to get our luggage.
Right.
And I'm already not stressed, but I'm worried when I've been down there for 15 minutes. I see everybody's luggage going around. And
don't you automatically think like? Well, maybe you don't automatically think, but I'm like, yo, somebody went in my bag and took my $1,000 that I didn't have in the bag. But you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm always thinking like, yo, somebody done took something out of my bag, even if I didn't have it in the bag. It's like
the only thing that I'd be worried about is like, all right, what's broken?
Oh, what you mean?
Like,
like what you had?
Yeah, because like for me, I'm somebody who enjoy hookah, so
I was just about to say that he's Dominican.
That in there. Que lo que. No, but so I'm always thinking like, yo, like what did they break? And then I go in, it's all good. Because I pack it a certain way too, right?
Right. Yo, do you, random. Do you do hookah on the toilet?
Come on, man.
Nah?
Of course.
what do you call that? You know, blumpkin is when you get head on the toilet. What do you call smoking hookah on the toilet?
Smoking hookah on the toilet.
Sitting on the toilet.
No, yeah, you know what? It's sorry that we're off topic here just a little bit. That's a lot of bit. But yeah, when I smoke hookah on the toilet, it actually helps my bowel movement. There's no stat for that or anything, but like that when I'm.
That's not that weird though, because there's some people, you know, our brother Jamar, I'm sorry I'm snitching, and other people, like they gotta turn the hot water on and gotta get nice and steamy in there for them to be able to. Now, if there's like some type of health benefit or whatever, can someone please meet us in the comments and tell me all about that?
Please, please.
That is interesting because to me, the hotter you make it in the bathroom while you taking a poop squeezy is gonna stink more, and we don't need that running throughout the crib. You know what I'm saying?
I was the hotter it gets in the bathroom, the more uncomfortable I'm gonna get in taking that poop. So I might try to do it faster.
You get uncomfortable while you taking a poop?
If it's hot in there, like steamy, and I'm sweating taking a poop. Yeah, nah, I don't want to be right. Steam is gonna. That's like going in a sauna taking a poop. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that. But I'm saying like while I'm in the middle of the poop, I don't care what happens. So, you know what I'm saying? Somebody could walk like, hey, you're gonna have to deal with this because you're gonna be uncomfortable.
No sir.
I can take this smell. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but back to public transportation. There was a stat that I saw on the autolist.com. It was pretty cool to think. The average person keeps their car for about 11.9 years. Now, newer cars change to about 6 years because generally, if you got a newer car, you're worried about features and things of that nature.
Right.
But 11.9, how you feel about that?
And I think they used to. You said because you worry about features and stuff, but I think
newer cars.
Yeah, I think with newer cars they don't make them how they made them back then. Like
so you say it's not going to last as long?
Yeah, I mean certainly they could probably last 11 years if you got like a 2020, 2021.
Gotcha.
But I just think they definitely made like, you know, the old school Hondas. There's people still rolling around now with a 1992 Honda or something like that, which respect to you.
Well, yeah, because some of those older cars, it takes a lot less to fill them up.
Oh, talking about gas?
Yeah, gas-wise.
Well, not only gas. Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, today,
yeah.
With these guys, I said these guys, right? These gas prices.
I done filled my tank up $62, bro. 60, and I had some in there.
But it was close to E.
I mean, it was.
Don't do that.
I mean, they were slapping five, but
don't do that though. Because the closer you let, I think it's called sludging. There's a term for that called sludging.
Okay.
But the closer you let your gas get to E, the harder your engine has to work, and it's just not good for your car.
I'm going to work and I'm working hard. I don't give a damn. My engine better work. I don't give a damn.
Until your engine say, I give up.
Wait, so that's just if you like, even if your oil level is okay and all that. It's just
just letting your gas tank gets like close to E. The car gonna have to naturally put in more
now
work.
You take me as a regular gas getting motherfucker.
What does that mean?
You get regular gas. you gotta get the preemie, bro.
I set him up with my trap card. No, so that is actually
a misconception.
Yes, there's actually another misconception
that
premium fuels equal better performance. It's a misconception.
It's not thicker? Wait, premium gas is not thicker than regular gas?
Listen, man. At the end of the day, you gotta think of they are. Everybody's a salesman, especially when business money's involved, right? You slap on some words, people are automatically gonna think, oh yeah, oh you got oil, I got premium oil.
I feel disrespected a little bit. Everybody's a salesman because no one sold me. It's just at the tank,
right.
Or it's 3 options.
Yeah.
So like, did I just get bamboozled by myself?
Said no one sold me. Yeah. Whoever put those options there sold you. You read regular, you read diesel, you read premium.
I'm telling the story because Lord knows I'm a regular guy. We twins, brother. No, sir.
I said hit me with that regular degular, all right?
I'm gonna get the regular every time. My wife actually said, I don't know if she heard it somewhere, but she said they might be just putting water in the gas nowadays because it just run out so quick.
They do say certain, and not to badmouth any gas station specifically, but over here, I remember being young. I have no way of verifying this, but I remember there was a gas station, BP. I think that's like prevalent in like Bridgeport.
Yep.
But they were, I'm doing air quotes for anybody that's just listening, that they were known for like adding, like watering down gas.
I mean, I don't think there's nothing necessarily wrong with that though. I mean, I don't know, but it is just funny to like, damn, watering down the gas. I mean, shit, I'll probably do it too if I had a gas station out. You know what I mean? Just yeah. Going back to transportation, moving companies. That's also a form of transportation, moving your stuff.
Goods.
I've never personally used a moving company. When we moved here, got the U-Haul, did it ourselves. Have you ever
mover? So you mean you never
moving company, mover, same thing?
Well, moving company. I wonder if is U-Haul considered like a moving company? They don't offer movers, but you use their stuff in the process of moving.
That's
interesting, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. So when I'm saying moving company, I'm thinking of like the full service.
Yeah.
Somebody coming to the crib with a truck, taking your stuff, bringing it.
Yeah, and then unpacking and helping you, like.
Okay.
Right. That's
what I'm talking about. I mean,
yeah.
Would you call like an app like Turo where I can like click the app, pay for your car, and then go pick up your car? Would you call that a taxi? Nah, right? so I don't think that's a moving company. I think that's just they're lending me their car because you don't only have to use allegedly you don't only have to use U-Haul trucks to move like.
But you just use it for generally it is used for transporting.
You can use the back of that thing for anything. You hear what I'm saying? The back of a U-Haul truck,
like for a party, a music video, or something like that.
Right.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
you can.
Yeah. So I stand on that.
But it is generally like known for
moving things,
transporting things.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, yeah. Wait. Why? So you don't have no experience with that?
The apps?
No, moving companies or nothing.
No.
Like that.
No. I do it the old fashioned way. The
harder
way. Yeah.
The
harder way.
I've never used those companies like I said before, and part of it's because like I got this man pride. Like man, if I can breathe, I can lift it. But also like this, I always see like bad reviews. Like dudes just not necessarily taking care of people's like treasured items,
right?
Like wrapping it or.
Wait, so you can be part of the process, because although I've never used a moving company, when my wife. Tiffany's my wife. I say my wife, Honey Mustard. Tiff.
Yes,
I'm talking about my wife. But when my wife's mom was moving to Pennsylvania, like I helped move some of their stuff, put it in the truck and all that.
Yeah.
So I just say that to say that you can be present while they're doing those things.
Absolutely.
So you might want to too.
I would recommend being present.
Yeah.
I'm just going by the reviews because last episode I said something about reviews, so that's kind of what's. I mean, I've never necessarily been in a situation to use them, but just I looked at reviews and like, I ain't gonna shout no companies out, but yeah, they need to do better.
Also, do know some people reviews are just skewed a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe somebody talked to them the wrong way, and they're like, all right. You finna get it, you was putting my bananas next to my whatever. And
meanwhile, homie only knew like 3 words of English. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you know what I mean? It wasn't disrespect. It was just a language barrier.
Right.
Yeah. So the most common, what would you say the most common transportation throughout the world would be, like public transportation?
I want to say like a moped or.
That's funny. That's actually third.
Damn.
First is bus. The bus is the most common.
Yeah. You know what just happened there?
What's up?
When you said most common,
yeah,
I went my mind went to like the most of.
What do you mean? Like
so you're gonna see more cars on the street than you're gonna see buses because they hold more people.
Right.
So, yeah.
And I said, oh wait, hold on. Do we count? Like, so if I'm driving my car,
Right.
am I counting that as public transportation? No, that's private transportation.
Yeah, it's private.
So a moped would be private transportation.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Wait, you said public. I thought you said the most common transportation.
Oh, I thought I said public. If I said in general,
yeah.
then,
Oh,
that's
damn.
on me.
Yeah, because you said public transportation.
That's on me.
Or maybe when you said if you did say public, it could be on me by thinking that things that people use in the public.
It's on you. Yo, think about mopeds. It's big respect to like the guys. I don't know where they are. India somewhere, in Asia somewhere.
Dominican Republic.
Okay, and like they're giving rides to like 5 people on one moped.
Okay, never mind.
Yo, do mopeds got pegs? Can you put pegs on a moped?
I think you can.
Jeez.
You put somebody. You got 2 people on each handlebar.
That's yeah. And then
You got somebody on the back tire running like it's like a treadmill on it.
This guy. I was gonna say like 2 people or 1 person on each peg, and then 1 person like holding on to the both of them. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a lighter person. It can't be like an elephant type dude.
Well,
or
they
girl.
do make like that extension seat
to put a dog in.
Oh nah, a passenger too, a regular passenger.
We put luggage in that thing.
Oh Lord.
We put luggage in that thing only. Okay, so moving on from you have anything about public transportation? Like what's the percentage of fights that happen on public transportation?
I don't know, but that is also a common misconception that public transportation is dangerous or it's not safe, and that is, I think you're more likely to see fights and stuff at like private events than you will on public transportation. It does happen. I'm not saying it don't, but it's more prevalent in private areas.
That also goes into like the fear of unknown. Like every day you don't know the characters that's getting onto these buses, trains, or subways. So I would say be wary about sketchy looking people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know. Were you going to end it on public transportation? Like
No,
the last stat of public transportation that I have is about it makes up 5% of workers rely on public transportation.
Oh, right,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
also lower than I thought though.
It is lower than you thought. 5%.
Yeah, 5%. I thought it was going to be way higher.
I mean, everybody getting cars now, especially with the COVID situation. You had no choice unless you're working from home.
That's true.
But then what was I gonna say about? All right, if it comes back to me, I'll come bring it back up.
Copy.
But how you feel about this, bro? In 2006, 20 million people were participating in rollerblading, compared to now 10 million people participating in rollerblading. How do you feel about that? First of all, when's the last time you rollerbladed?
Ooh.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, maybe like, damn.
Me and one of our friends, mutual friends, Cliff,
yeah.
We bought rollerblades. We was like, yeah, we finna get it in. This was about 4 years ago.
Right.
We finna get it in. Like, cause from what I remember, rollerblading was fun.
It was.
Well, especially
when we were kids.
Right. Well, okay. So it was fun. So me and Cliff, we bought the rollerblades and was like, we finna get it in. We put them on. Forgot that there's a whole bunch of variables that go into having that fun. You need a smooth street surface, first off.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Got to make sure you got the jelly wheels.
Got to have the jelly wheels. Also, it's important to know how to brake when you rollerblade. I don't know how to do the back brake. So like I'll do
that.
So what I would do is just whatever grass I see, just jump in the grass and what I'm saying, make a fall,
That's
make
dangerous.
a tumble. Definitely is dangerous. I don't recommend anybody do it. If you go and do that, please don't do it. But wear your elbow pads, your knee pads, your helmet. But yeah, I thought it was more work. It was more physical stuff, or more physical than I thought it would be. My lower back was hurting.
No, you gotta think too. As a kid, when we were kids, just doing anything outside of the house was just like way funner. I think as video games and technology advances, we've seen what happened. I think kids are more likely to stay inside playing that, talking to their friends, making jokes.
You're saying that because the difference?
Yeah, the
from
number.
20 to 10.
I want to say where we lived at the time, it was a bunch of young kids too, also roller skating and stuff.
Right.
And now, I mean, I barely see where I live.
Now they going. Now they skating and rollerblading in like the
metaverse.
Right, the metaverse. Yeah, I mean, so anyways, though, I do recommend people to do some type of physical activity outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ride a bike. Me and my wife, we bought bikes. We didn't ride them as much as we thought we was gonna ride them, but we bought the bikes. Yeah, it definitely happens. I did not pop any wheelies. I'm not good at popping wheelies. You good at popping wheelies?
I've never popped a wheelie in my life.
I said I'm not good. I ain't say that I never pop a wheelie.
Well, I've never popped a wheelie. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean,
Let me
go ahead. All right.
Something I think we should have to speak on, right? according to NBCnews.com, 60% of people do not know how to change a flat tire.
Wait, I mean, first off, I got so many questions about that. How many people did they survey? How many people actually admitted to that? Or did they also count people like not having the experience of actually changing the tire as not knowing how to?
How many people actually admitted to that? Well, the number is 60%. Now, I think that's so the survey, it was, let's say that they surveyed about 2 million people. Obviously, that's a big sample size.
Yeah.
But, like, relative to the number of people in the U.S., some could say that's a small sample, but it's big enough where.
But also, how many men versus women?
It was just people in general. Because men versus women versus men, just the fact that the know-how.
Yeah, right.
You don't necessarily like have to want to do it, or you rely on somebody else to do it for you, but just the know-how.
The second question that I asked, and maybe I know you necessarily can't answer this, but just use your own brain, your own thinking power. Yes, sir. Use your own brain here. Like, do you think they also included people who just never, like they said, oh, I've never done it, so they's like, okay, this check the box too. You don't know how to do it.
Perhaps, but a lot of people. I mean, that's what all of these mechanics and mechanic shops are for, right? Is for people to bring their cars there or their vehicles there because they don't want to deal with it themselves.
Right.
So
hey, look, man, changing a flat tire is not hard at all.
It's not, and you should learn how to do that. I
right,
mean, it saves you money.
Absolutely. 9 times out of 10, you have a spare in the back and it has everything that you need to change that tire.
Exactly.
Little jack, everything.
The manual. I mean, none of us like, especially us men. See a manual, get that out of my face.
Tomorrow reading.
Yeah. I know how to do this. I'm a man. I was born with this skill.
I'm always on the YouTube when I don't have the know-how from experience. I'm like, all right, let me just hit the YouTube. I'm gonna get this done.
That's a Fendi. Actually, today, just before I got here, I was trying to change my transmission fluid.
You said trying, you didn't get it done?
Well, I didn't change it because it turns out like it was at a good level.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it was just the 2000. I got a 2016 Nissan Altima. Those models, first of all, they don't come with a dip stick.
Oh, so you okay?
And then they cut like the prop dipstick that like you got to take the cap off. It's just mad work. I messed up my finger.
Sorry, bro. Why? What made you like say you had like your check engine light is on or something?
No, nothing was on. I just felt sometimes when I was riding, I was unnecessarily shakes in a vehicle, and I mean it could be the streets too, like because something like those were things that I would hear when the music would be transitioning.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? Maybe it was just me overly thinking because I'm looking for stuff. I don't know, but I checked it was straight. But I know the next time I get my oil changed, I will tell them to look at that for me real quick. Just let me get into something else real quick. 35% of Americans have skipped or delayed car repair, and that is carresa.us with that.
I mean, that's probably due to financial situations. It's like, I mean, I can't afford to get this whatever is done right now because there's also a stat that I forgot the percentage of Americans that they can't afford a $500 emergency. So like, you might need something done with your car. It costs more than $500, $400. I can't necessarily afford this right now. So,
okay, but that also goes into like oil changes. Like oil changes fall into that category that some people skip. Or I just got a quick story on that before we get into our Your Honor segment. One of my friends, his name is Lou. I went with him to buy his first car. It was also a Nissan Altima.
Yep.
Actually, no, it wasn't a Nissan Altima. It was
whatever. It was a car.
Yeah, it was. It was like an SUV.
Okay.
But so boy was driving it. He probably had it for a couple of months. Never changed the oil. Never changed the transmission fluid.
That was his first car, right?
First car, yeah. And he didn't ask these questions when he was there. Like, when was the last time these things happened? Like, it messed up his car.
Right.
So.
And, yeah, I mean, I think that's common in first-time car owners. It's like you're so happy to get the car.
Right.
Like, I'm just driving the car. Wait, I need to do stuff to this car? I got to maintain it?
It's a nerve-wracking experience, too.
Yeah.
Obviously, people were trying to take advantage of the fact that this is your first car. And if you didn't go with anybody that's very knowledgeable of cars, yeah, they're going to get you.
I cannot wait. I know we're about to get into the Your Honor segment, but I cannot wait. My wife is going to get a car. She's leasing right now. She's going to get after the lease is done, she's going to actually buy another car. Like, buy a car. I can't wait to go into that dealership and hit them with all the information I know now. We about to get one up on you. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, right now, we're actually about to get into the Your Honor segment. If you are new to the show, the Your Honor segment is where we utilize our competitive spirits.
In a positive way.
Right. Not every day we out here getting physical, doing something competitive that means something to us in a real way.
Yeah.
So, this is our chance to get that out. So, without further
ado, here we go. Average
On today's docket, should all adults have cars?
I will be. Yeah, my fault for that slip up there. I don't. They put on the theme music. What happened? But I'll be the prosecution today.
Let's get it.
All right, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will not only show why all adults should have vehicles, but I will also put in the question: are you even an adult if you don't have one? I turn over to the defense at this time.
Thank you, Your Honor, for allowing me to defend myself today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Should all adults have cars? Okay, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'm sure everyone knows that. There's another saying, one woman's sneaker is another woman's Mustang, okay? The point I'm trying to make is not everything is for everybody, and after I'm done, I'm sure you guys are, or I hope you guys, throw this case away. I turn it over to the prosecution.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, being an adult means being fully mature and developed. I'd like to call the defense up to the stand at this time.
Here we go.
These are yes or no questions. I'd like yes or no answers.
You got it.
Are you an adult?
Yes.
Do you have a vehicle?
Yes.
I turn over to the defense at this time.
All right. I'd like to call Kay to the stand, actually. Can you come to the stand, my boy?
Here.
All right. Answer as honest as possible. No shenanigans, okay?
Got it.
Do you currently have a child?
No.
Why did you choose not to have a child 3 years ago?
I didn't think I was ready.
What does that mean?
I didn't think I was in a place financially, mentally, to take care of a child.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and I need you to either say A or B. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to give you the options. I'm going to tell you what the options are. You're going to say A or B.
So just to be clear, these are not
my
actual thoughts. These are, you want me to
You say A
this?
or B.
Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on here.
I'm going to just.
You got it.
So what was the two options?
A or B.
Okay, thank you.
Or B or A.
Okay. All right. So, all right. A or B, all right? Don't play no games with me.
All right. Just wanted to be clear that these are not my actual thoughts. These are answers that you're force feeding me.
If someone had to choose between A, buying 3 months supply worth of food, or B, spend their last on a down payment while also knowing they won't be able to afford both insurance and the car note on a monthly basis, which one would you advise them to choose?
Can you read the options, please?
Absolutely. I'm going to read the question too. If someone had to choose between A, buying 3 months supply worth of food, or B, spend their last on a down payment while also knowing they won't be able to afford both insurance and the car note on a monthly basis, which one would you advise them to pick?
A.
All right. I like to turn. No. Okay, so he said A, which is actually the right thing to say. And you may not live in an area that requires you to have a car, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Most of the times, an electric scooter is a great option, or a bike is a great option. The prosecution has not even presented a valid case at this point, right? So instead, he gave his opinion on. He just gave his opinion. He asked me a couple questions, gave his opinion. So I'd like to ask you guys to throw this case out right now. I'll turn it over to the prosecution.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let the record reflect that I was given two choices, A or B. None of them are my personal thoughts, views. None of them actually came from me. Just want the record to reflect that. So, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, again, being an adult means being fully mature and developed. Now, I'm sure most of us as kids heard this annoying saying from our parents way too many times when all we was doing was grabbing a late night snack and some Kool-Aid. We heard, my house, my rules. And probably something else like my way, right? Here's some signs that you're an adult according to kmodge.com that majority of people would agree with. Paying bills, making your own financial choices, and moving out. Now, 91% of households have access to a vehicle in the U.S. according to bankrate.com. 91%.
Okay.
If you moved out, which is something an adult would do, you'd have access to a vehicle. Crawling, walking, riding a scooter and or skateboard are things that babies and kids do for fun and as their only means of transportation. You know who'll never be a part of that 91% having access to a vehicle? Kids and babies. So again, I'll ask, if you don't have a vehicle, are you even an adult? I rest my case.
And that was his closing. Just want all you guys to know that. Look, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, when Kay was on the stand, he said that he did not choose to have a baby 3 years ago because he was not financially ready. We're skipping over the financial part, right? That's a big thing. I would also agree that every adult should have a car. If we was in Grand Theft Auto, yeah, it's easily accessible in that game. You don't got to pay 1 penny. It's easy to keep up with the car maintenance, all right? The prosecution is not, in my closing, if the prosecution is not willing to financially contribute to all adults getting a car, even in some cases where the cars are not even needed because they can walk or ride a bike to their job or, their everyday life, then I would like you, Your Honor, to throw this case away because not everyone is in a financial place to afford a car. And actually, I would say that it's the more responsible option to walk, ride a bike, take a taxi or Uber if you know you cannot afford to keep up with the maintenance of a car. That is my closing. Thank you. Please meet us in the comment section and tell us who you think won that case, or just give us your opinions on the matter. Should all adults have a car?
Right. And again, these are not our personal thoughts and or opinions. It's just a way for us to be competitive with each other in a positive manner. And that was fun.
Yeah, respect. And my apologies. Like I write some of my notes down, and like I'm trying to say it and stuff, and sometimes I'll slip up. My apologies, okay? And also, I want the record to reflect that it's now 4-1. I'm up 4-1. No one said that in the comments, but I'm up 4-1. Goddamn.
So I wonder. I mean, I think I was nice and precise. Got to the point. Didn't go too much on a tangent like this guy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You had said something in there about like moving out or adults, get your own crib or something like that. Where you at on getting a car versus getting a crib? Like if you had the option to do one or the other.
Well, I mean, just on my personal experience, obviously you're part of this. We got a crib we moved out before we actually had a vehicle.
Right. So is that the stance that you would take just because of your personal experience, or if you would do it again?
It depends. It depends because I mean there was also a stat I did not write down the source.
Okay.
Apologize for that. About it was like 52% of adults still live at home.
Okay.
So I mean, and the reasons obviously vary, right? I hope most of it is like financial. You're trying to get your stuff together. So if that's the case, I'd hope you'd have a car at least.
Yeah, I mean, if you're still living at home and it's like an actual thought out thing,
right.
Like respect, and I don't think that what I'm about to say applies to you. But if you're living at home because you are making poor financial decisions, and,
right.
and you decide to get a car because you think that that's gonna make you a little bit more independent, I would heavily push back on that and say grow up and get the crib first, because you can be upset all you want with your parents and go have a drive and waste as much gas as you can afford.
Right.
But just remember, when you go back to that house, you still got to follow your parents' rules because it's their crib.
Worse.
And I mean, that's one of the biggest reasons why we have moved out.
Yeah. We heard that saying, right?
Yeah.
My house, my rules. You don't like it? Get the f out.
Say word, Dad? Say less.
We was going in a couple of months.
Right. So yeah, I think that you should definitely get a crib before you get a car if
it wasn't a thought out plan for
Yeah.
you to stay until you got your So hold on that, because I think a lot of people can relate to growing up. It was crazy how we had an episode about clothing and just
Right.
how many people cared about like being in the in, right, being the cool crowd, trendy, and to see you don't want to be the guy wearing Gucci, Prada, Louis, but you taking the bus because you don't have a vehicle. Like your priorities are messed up if that's the case.
Right. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I already said my case on that, so I'm not even gonna necessarily speak on that. I think Gucci, Fendi product, ugly people products, and then plus more. There's something else that's going on.
Yeah, don't do it.
Although, if you are taking a bus and you have those products and you are in a good financial situation, respect. I know some of those exist.
It don't matter Or I said no matter. It's not everybody's stance that you're taking the bus because you have to.
Yeah.
No, some people choose to take the bus. But
to those,
my personal experience,
right?
Yeah.
And this is something that I feel real strongly about, right? To my fellas out there, please, not only cars, cribs too. Please get your own stuff. Like, do not rely or be dependent on a female when she can kick you. Maybe I'm not a 15-incher, so if you packing that piece, maybe you know what I'm saying. I can't relate to you, but like even if you packing a piece. At any point, she get mad. She can tell you to piece out her crib or her car. So, yo, get your own stuff. And that vice versa, too. Females, you know what I'm saying? I respect the independent movement.
Yes, sir.
But, like, yo, guys, please, get your own shit, bro.
And, again, twins, different. Because I got that Matumbo. You understand?
This is hit it. Look, man, I ain't got nothing to say about that, bro.
It was just perfect placement, man.
So yeah, please, fellas, please. Anyhow, going back to transportation. Do you remember our first car together, the White Hot 3?
Yes, sir, the White Hot 3, the
Mazda. That was
hatchback.
a Mazda 3 hatchback. You dig? If I can give any advice, well, I'm gonna give some more advice at the end. But like, if it's snowing or something, like, please don't hesitate to call out of work, even if you got all-wheel drive or anything like that.
Yeah. So if you want to get into that story, that's also a common misconception, is that snow tires is gonna make it easier to drive in the snow. No. It gives you more traction, yes, but doesn't make it any easier to drive in the snow.
That's just what you said earlier about selling you stuff, or a good salesman.
Yeah.
They slap that tire. These are all-season tires. Come on, man.
Because personal experience, we had a job. We were sharing this vehicle.
The White Hot.
Good thing that we were going to the same place.
Right.
However, it was snowing. We decided to go to work. Our tires, they just wasn't equipped for the snow.
Right.
It wasn't equipped for the snow. It's
going down a hill.
Downhill slope. We was on the brakes.
You're not supposed to press the brakes when you ice, snow. However, when you're actually in the situation, no sir, slid right into a boulder, totaled the car, bro.
Total loss.
So please don't hesitate to call out. Who cares if your boss seeing you that you got an SUV? It don't matter what you got.
Safety first, goddammit. Safety first.
You can have a 16-wheel truck. It don't matter. Call out if you don't feel comfortable.
Quadruple wheel drive. Who cares? Call out.
and like I said, that was a total loss. And speaking of total losses, me and my wife, this is a quick story time real quick. Me and my wife, we went to the Fairfield Comedy Club, and we seen a comedian. His name was Nori Davis. And he was saying how he got a Tesla, right?
Right.
And it was raining heavy one day. So he's driving this Tesla under a bridge. The bridge, the water piled up. It's not even a puddle. What would you call it? A mini lake or something. I don't know. So he tried to drive through it. Tesla stopped. And if you don't know, Tesla's electric car, all electric car. The Tesla, it stopped, and it just wouldn't work. He had to get out. He called his insurance, and it was like, yeah, we're not going to pay the money for this. It's a total loss. And then he said, no, please, just throw it in the bag of rice. Just throw it in the bag of rice. Because, if your phone get wet or something. Now, I probably botched his joke. Respect to you, Nori Davis. That was funny as hell, but I thought that was appropriate time to say that.
That's funny. That's funny.
You got something for it? Looked like you had one to say something. Good?
Oh, yeah, no, I got nothing on Teslas.
All right. Real quick, though, overseas, America's different. I think we get pampered. What's normal here is automatic shift. Overseas, the norm to them is manual and stick shift. I learned that the hard way. Went over there, you can rent out an automatic car, but it's more expensive,
right? Rather
than and here is different. The automatic is what's normal to us.
So
learn how to drive a stick. I don't know how to drive a stick just yet, but it's on my list of things to learn. Way down here,
it was also that's also a misconception that there's like a big difference between stick and automatic. There's not.
What do you mean a big difference?
Like some people may think stick shift goes faster, accelerates faster, or it's not. There's no stat to back that one is better than the other in any way.
I would say I think a manual shift is faster because automatic is trying to do what the manual is doing. Like if you ever notice when you go like 30 miles per hour, then you go to 35.
If we put two beginner drivers, right, somebody who just learned how to drive a stick and somebody who just learned how to drive, and they had to race. We don't know. You can't say just because like this guy's in the stick shift.
But then the flip side of that, we put two of a professional stick shift driver and a professional automatic.
Exactly. The stat was that it all depends. First of all, that's going to come down to what kind of car, right?
Same car, one manual, one stick.
Oh boy.
One win and one stick.
Well, since you brought up Teslas, and shout out to Mr. Davis, the comedian.
Oh yeah, right. No,
but because the other misconception is that electric cars or hybrid cars are slower than automatic cars, and as technology keeps advancing, of course that's not true.
But the faster you go, it's just like with gas. You burn more gas, I think you're going to burn more battery. And you don't want to be like randomly out somewhere. Because do they have portable Tesla batteries? Like, I don't know.
I think they do.
Oh, shit, man. I would hate to be somewhere and needing a charge on my car. Like, no,
well, it's going to tell you how much time you have before you're going to need that charge.
I understand.
It's like gas. Like,
but I would feel more comfortable like if I have a gas car and like.
Oh, because there's gas stations almost everywhere.
Right. Or I can just like, someone can order I can order a taxi, go get the gas, come back with the gas can.
You think you're going to be in the middle of the desert. You're like, there's no way in hell they got charger ports on here.
Facts. I do not believe in the portable car battery chargers or whatever. You got any interesting transportation things that I didn't think of?
No, transportation. Again, for a long time, when we were younger, when we was kids, I want to say, our good old Nikes, man. The old reliable. The Nikes was our main method of transportation.
It's funny how quick that changes, though. Well, not quick, because we walked for...
No, yeah, quick.
Well, I'm saying, like, we walk for majority of our life, but I was thinking, like, I mean, I'm still going to... Even though I got a car, I'm still walk here and there. Right? Yeah, as soon as I got the whip, I ain't walking a day in my life.
So I remember... I don't even know who this old head was, but he was like, listen, if you see somebody walking, it's because they don't have a car. And he's like, especially as you get older, I'm like, nah, that's not the case. Because even when we still both had a car, there was things that we was walking for.
Right.
And he was like, listen, man, when you older, why the fuck you want to walk? And I was like, it just hit me because I'm like, oh, shit, in the summer, yeah, nah, all right. I ain't walking.
But there is some like out of shape folks who think like if they just do one walk to the grocery store or one walk to a store, that's gonna get them safe. So yeah, they be walking. Right. But yeah, for the most part, if you are older, there's no reason why you want to walk for anything. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again.
Right. So did you have something else?
Nah, not right now.
All right. So moving forward, how I think we will end the shows. I'm going to state what being above average in the situation, as in the topic for the day. Today was transportation. What being above average at least means to me and or us, and how maybe you can use it and implement it in your life to make you above average. Because being average at anything is never great, and being above average at everything makes you awesome.
Yes, sir.
Sure. So being above average when it comes to transportation really comes down to what's best for you in your current situation. What makes sense, right? If it's cheaper and more beneficial to take public transportation or to walk anywhere, or you live in an overly crowded place like in New York City,
right,
then what's best for you is probably not to own a car. It's just spending money for no reason. You're gonna have that insurance on a car that you never drive. And if you do have a vehicle, please be sure to keep up with basic care and maintenance to get the most out of your vehicle and to save you some money. Things that I think people should learn how to do on their own is like changing wiper blades,
right?
Even changing your lights. Just go bring it to the oil change. You know how to change the oil yourself? Bring your car to get a $20 oil change from like Valvoline or something like that. So again, basic car maintenance and what's best makes sense for you makes you above average in this scenario.
Right. Don't let no one shame you into doing something that's out of character or out of your personal financial situation.
Yeah. Don't buy a Beamer when you barely even drive.
Right. Now, how we're actually going to close out the show with information a guru will make you pay for. Now, this is usually people of some type of influence. They'll give you basic information or sometimes information that doesn't work at all. I'm not a fan of that, so that's why I'm here giving you information a guru will make you pay for. Speaking of mechanics, oil changes and whatnot, what do auto mechanics and dentists have in common? Sometimes you go in for one thing, then you leave, they saying 80 things wrong. Like, yeah. So anyways, since we're talking about oil change, when you go get your oil change, they give you a sticker, and it's either 3 months or 3,000 miles. I would tell you to just make sure you look at your car manual, because sometimes, like my car, is the oil change should get changed every 7,500 miles or 6 months. That might be your case. You might know that already, and if you don't, this is still information a guru will make you pay for.
Perfect. Now, real quick before we actually close out the show, I just want to say, too, you want to be mindful of things like that, going to oil change spots or mechanics, because so many times, more times than I would want to admit to, you can relate to this, I'm sure. I go to get my oil change. Everything's straight with my car. I just need my oil change.
Right.
I come out, hey, man, your tail light is busted. How? When?
Right.
So be on the lookout for that. And remember, being competitive is a positive attribute. Being average is a choice.
Average Average blows.